Hey guys, Sean Terry here, flip2freedom.com. So I hope you're doing well out there, staying safe. So I wanted to talk about the perfect business model during this whole COVID-19 pandemic we have going on in this economic downturn. So I want to do a series on the perfect business model and the steps involved to go out. So you, instead of sitting at home and being a victim, you can actually go out there and profit during this pandemic, learn a new skill, and go out there and generate revenue. So the perfect business model is this. It's a local wholesaling, and virtual wholesaling. So you have two different models. So local wholesale here in Phoenix, Arizona. We got deals right now that we're doing here in Phoenix. We close all the sellers over the phone. We sell the properties. And the reason why we say local is because we know our market best. The second thing is a virtual model where you can do deals all across the United States. We've got deals all across the country right now, from Midland, Texas, to Longview, Texas, to Topeka, Kansas, to Akron, Ohio. We've done a couple deals in Maine. We've got deals in Florida. We got going on right now. And so we're still continuing to operate and do business and generate revenue and close transactions and get wires coming in during this whole entire process. So if you don't know what wholesaling is, I'll take 2 seconds and explain what wholesaling is. And then I'll talk about the first and second step needed when it comes to picking a market. Right? That's the first thing. You want to pick a state, and then you want to pick a city. We're going to talk about what the criteria is involved in that. So wholesaling. What is wholesaling? How can it work? Well, first off, you got to understand is you can do this with no cash or credit. When I first got started, I had literally like a 650 credit score, 640 credit score. I had no cash. I was living month to month. And I found my first deal where I knocked on a pre-foreclosure door. This is all pre-pandemic. This is I'm talking about like 17 years ago. And I got this guy, and basically this guy wanted to sell his house. And this basically what happened was I signed a contract with him, right? I signed a contract with the seller, a distressed seller. And there right now is a wave of distressed sellers that are hitting the market. We got so many leads this past weekend. It was insane. Every single day, literally every 15 minutes, we're getting leads coming into our company right now from all across the United States. Anyways, so I signed a contract with this seller. He was in foreclosure. He wanted to sell his house. I signed the contract. And then I turned around and I signed it it was like an $82,000 contract. Then I turned around, I found a buyer, right? Now, back then, 17 years ago, it was very difficult to find buyers. With new technology that we have now, we're finding buyers that, literally we're selling properties in less than 24 hours because of the new technology, the way we're able to find these buyers and communicate with these buyers over really cool texting platforms. We can communicate with them. Anyways, so back then, right, and obviously we're doing deals every single day today, but just an example, signed it for 82, sold it for 96, and after closing costs and fees and all this stuff, it ended up to be about $11,000 check. So what I did is I took both contracts and I brought them to a closing agent. It was Metro Title, and they facilitated the transaction. They handled all the money, they handled all the paperwork, and then I was able to get my check. Now, the cool thing is about this, you can do this with no cash or credit. You never get your credit pulled. You never have to put a significant down payment. You don't have to fix the property. You don't even have to view the property. So what we're doing is all the deals we're doing are over the phone. We're talking to a distressed seller. We're negotiating. We're getting properties under contract just like that. We're finding buyers. We're getting them to commit to the property. We're sending the contracts to a national title company, and we're closing transactions all across the country. And we don't even look at properties. I haven't seen a property for a long time unless I actually fixed and flip the property here locally. So what do you do? So you got a local model, you got a virtual model, right? Well, first thing, we have to pick a state and pick a city that we want to do businesses. Now, the secret in this right now is finding a city, right? A small city, a small town where there's no competition. So let's say if we were going to pick Texas for an example, right? You wouldn't want to do business in Houston, Austin, and Dallas, Fort Worth. Why? Because there's tons of wholesalers there, and they're all marketing. They're all sending our ringless voicemails. They're all sending text out. They're all on Google AdWords. The cost per click is higher. The cost per deal is higher. So we don't want to pick the large cities. What we want to do is find the small cities. And essentially the criteria is 50,000 plus population. And they have to have at least 10 flippers or more. The more, the better. We find our flippers through reiautomator.com, reiautomator.com. And actually, if you hit the link in my bio, I take you in and show you how to pull those flippers right out of the software. And those are incredibly important because we use another platform, a texting platform that is insane. I actually show you, if you hit the link in my bio, I actually explain exactly how that works. And I actually take you into it. But we're texting these flippers, and we're literally selling properties within 24 to 48 hours because of the way the communication is set up. Anyways, so we picked a small city, 50,000 plus, 10 flippers or more, the more the better. And then what we do is we can target them, and we'll get into marketing next, with strategic direct mail, ringless voicemail, and through online marketing. So the bottom line is, the great thing about these small towns is that there's no competition. There's tons of activity. There's tons of buyers. They're easy to find buyers. You can still close those transactions nationally, all across the country. There's so many small towns, and there's no iBuyers. Now, the iBuyers have essentially pulled out of the market, as we all know. But the bottom line is there's no OfferPad and Open Door and Zillow Home and Redfin Now and Knock. All these major iBuyers are in the market. So what happens, in REI Automator, we're pulling sellers, distressed sellers, that have financial distress, or there's some sort of situation. Maybe they're an absentee owner, and there's a list we're pulling right now that is insane. That is working incredible. The multifamily 2 to 4 unit is a little tiny niche that no one's touching. And these sellers right now during this pandemic are highly motivated. I can tell you that. Calls come in, we close them over the phone, get them under contract, and turn around and flip those contracts. So these small little towns are literally amazing because the response rates on this direct mail that we're talking about are 3 to 5%. 3 to 5%, which is unheard of. Now, give me an example. In Phoenix, it's 0.007%, meaning you can send out 10, 20,000 postcards and maybe get 10 to 15 calls. That's it. It's crazy. Whereas you send out there, your phone will melt and get inundated because they haven't heard from anybody else, and they get this postcard. It's like new to them, and they're like, "Whoa, this is crazy." Sending ringless voicemail. Now, here in Phoenix, everybody's getting ringless voicemail. Literally, I get calls constantly every single day. You go to these small markets, they've never heard of ringless voicemail, and the response rates, and people are a lot more receptive when it comes to selling their properties. So the bottom line is, I'm going to do this series over here. I'm going to be posting these videos because I really, really sincerely want to help you go out and be able to profit during this mess that's going on, and be able to learn a new skill. Now, I've done a whole complete training. I take you through the whole process of exactly how it works. All you gotta do is hit the link in my bio. It'll take you to basically a registration and a video. And I can take you in to all these cool little tools we're using, talk about the deals we're doing right now, closing this week, deals we're closing, and how you can do the exact same thing. So stay with us. Like I said, stay safe out there. Hope you guys are cranking, doing whatever you're doing, and I will talk to you soon. Again, hit the link in my bio, and God bless.